Good morning, everybody. My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It is Sunday. It's Sunday morning. I'm here on my own in my flat in Rochester, and I've done a lot this morning. I got up early and I went out. It was just before 8 o'clock, and I took Max for a walk. And the weather is close inside this flat. It's 24 degrees inside the flat. Outside it was muggy and it was like misty. Just after 7:30 this morning it was misty and cloudy, but I still felt warm, and I went out in my shorts and my t-shirt and I took Max for a walk on my own. It's been a really hard long week for me. It's been absolutely a struggle. It's been hard. It's been like virtually on my own, but I've got through it. Times are tough for everybody. It's been very, very hot. We've had a heat wave. Today it's hot, but the sun is not out. It's misty, cloudy. So I just decided to get up and go out. I didn't do any videos. I didn't do anything like that. I just went straight out. I didn't even have a breakfast or a cup of tea. I'm just going to have a sip of my tea now. It seems like I'm fighting a battle on my own. They are just absolutely evil, these people that are gang stalking, following me about and punishing me for something my father did. That's what it seems like to me, making me feel old and ugly when I'm not. And this has been going on since 2008, when I moved down to the Medway Towns from Gloucestershire, a royal city. Yes, Gloucestershire is a royal city with a cathedral. I moved down here in 2008, and this awful, horrendous bullying and character assassination has been going on since then. So, I'm not Derek. My name is Crystal. My father died in 2021. I don't want to keep being reminded of it. My mum has been acting strange since 2008 when I moved down here. I don't know what's been going on. I know who I am. I know what gender I am, and I know that I'm a real person, and that's all I need to know. And people that disbelieve me are disbelieving the truth. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I know the truth. I know what I went through, the struggles, everything. I know the truth. What other people think is not relevant to me. I know the truth. That's all that matters. And this cover up, this conspiracy, which will carry on and on and on and on until all of these gang stalkers are dead, or the secret is buried and it's forgotten. And I intend to that's the newspaper guy. That's the guy delivering my newspaper, who looks like my late father Derek, with his grey hair tied in a ponytail. Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. The time is 9:44 a.m.
So the guy delivering the paper has delivered it at 9:44 a.m, 9:45. I've been up since 7:20 when Alexa woke me up. So I got up. My mum has not rung this morning. I went out of the building, I went onto the field, and we've instantly got a Derek look-alike. A man with grey hair, orange t-shirt, big stomach. My dad had a hernia. My father, Derek, had a hernia, which means he had a closed belly button. His belly button was closed. He had a hernia. He ruptured his stomach because he lifted television sets for a living. My father was a TV installer, so he ruptured his stomach lifting television sets up high blocks of flats upstairs, up in London, where I used to live, where me, my mum and dad and sister used to live, up in southeast London. And my dad decided to move down to Kent in 1985 because the prices of houses were a lot cheaper in Kent, and he wanted to own his own property, so he got a mortgage down in Chatham. Why? That's cheap housing. So immediately there's a Derek lookalike with great big curly white hair, shocking white hair, curly. Someone keeps coming into my live streams as Derek, Derrick. They come into my live streams as my alleged rapist. They are evil, they are wicked, they're against God. It's disgusting, it's evil, but I have to battle it every single day of my life. This keeping me in a cage, this is stemming from my mother as well. That's why I don't go up there anymore. She keeps talking about Derek. Derek did this to her. I'm her daughter. So this has been going on to me since I moved down here in September the 3rd, 2008. This hatred, this bullying, this character assassination, this making out I'm some kind of monster and an animal, and I'm a woman, and a tiny woman at that. My dad was 6'2" and that wide. I just want to find out who's doing it, that's all. So the woman was laughing. There was a woman in between two men. The man looked like my father, a funny version of him with shocking white hair and a big belly. My dad looked pregnant. My mum said that my father was Lucifer, the devil, and so he looked like he had a pregnant belly. He had a hernia. I don't know whether my father actually knew while he was alive that he was Satan, but that's what my mother called him. I don't know if he was made fun of like myself, and a figure of humiliation and laughing, and their devil worship and witchcraft, which is obviously against God. So all there was, it's orchestrated. They're up when I'm up. If I go for a walk at 4 in the morning, the gang stalkers will be out at 4 in the morning. I guarantee you somebody will be up trying to annoy me, harass me, upset me, whatever time I go out. When I went for a walk on the field, and I just walked past these people, and I just came on my way back home, and a Rolf Harris van. Rolf Harris, an Australian paedophile, Rolf Harris van comes and parks opposite where I'm walking with a grey-haired male driver. Right, Rolf Harris, it's all about paedophiles, isn't it? Prince Andrew, Rolf Harris, Australian paedophile. That's all you need, isn't it? Someone every day trying to spoil my happiness, my peace, my tranquility. When I'm sat in my flat, getting young lads to ring, to knock my door. A single middle-aged woman. I'm sure Rolf Harris was a man. I didn't know he was a woman. All the while, my mum sits there keeping her mouth shut, and just, I don't know what happened to my sister. I don't know. She passed away. I never saw her whilst I was down here. The 3 years before my sister passed on, I never saw her. I wasn't allowed to see my sister. And I was her sister. Maybe I could understand why they wouldn't let my dad see my sister, but not myself. They're wicked, they're evil, they're spiteful, they're conspiring against God, and they're evil. I don't want anything to do with them. So the police do not help. I've had no help, no feedback, nothing from the Kent police. They noted everything down on a mobile phone and no doubt used it against me, as they always effing do. When I get phone numbers given to me, they're wrong. They can't help me, they don't help. They're calling me all these names, yet they're letting young lads knock on my door. I don't understand it. It's orchestrated. Absolutely orchestrated. My whole life is controlled. I'm being manipulated. I'm being exploited. I'm being used. And I'm being treated like shit. And I can't do anything about it. Because the whole world is bent, crooked. And why would you celebrate paedophiles? Why would you want Rolf Harris fans coming up and down the road? If somebody was a paedophile, you'd protect children, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? I don't know what's going on. You'd have to live with me for about 6 months to see the strange happenings, the weird people, the way they dress, the way they act. It's like some weird paedophile soap opera. I mean, when I came down to Kent, this story was in the news about Rosemary and Fred West, the paedophile murderers. That was when I came down. After I came down, that was in the news. Gary Glitter, a prolific paedophile with a bald head. And my mum's behaviour, knowing full well what my dad had done to me and possibly my sister. Right? And I get, I don't know what you're all on about on my back. It's not fair, it's not nice, and it needs to stop. I want my freedom. What sort of world am I living in? So I comes back from walking my dog, and I hear a kid out the window, and it's a kid from the 3rd floor. It's a dog. It's a dog. This is just after 8 in the morning on a Sunday. A child shouting. It's a dog. And it's not his kids upstairs. This is coming from the 3rd floor. No, it's the 2nd floor. Sorry, 2nd floor. But it's not the guy upstairs that's above me. And it makes you feel shit. Yeah? They called Mr. UK TikTok official a dog. I've seen it. On his comments. They're calling Mr. UK TikTok official a paedophile and smelly and fishy and horrible names. And I told you that I stopped following Mr. UK TikTok official because there's a guy called Vegas Cam who is recording Mr. UK TikTok official's live streams, and I don't want my name attached to what Vegas Cam is calling Mr. UK TikTok official a pedo. And it's a voice that sounds similar to the one that was stalking Brian Harvey in his life. It sounds like the guy, similar voice to the guy that was stalking Brian Harvey on YouTube. This Vegas Cam. He's recording Mr. UK TikTok official's live streams and telling everybody he's a groomer and a paedophile. This is what online trolls do. They call everybody a paedophile that's over 30 and talks to someone that's, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, I came back into my flat and I thought, right, I've got a little bit of money. I found some old scratch cards. I got some money off my shopping bill and I went out to the co-op so that I got something to drink and eat, and I got some cat food for my cat. Otherwise, you just stay in your flat. They terrorise you. They terrorise you. Absolutely terrorise you and make you feel depressed and horrible. You don't go outside the fucking door. And because I haven't been going out at lunchtime because it's been so hot, I felt so bloody isolated and awful. All online trolling, stirring up trouble, calling people paedophiles. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I got from the co-op. And the actors that came into the co-op, old men with Brian Harvey caps. Old men dressed in Brian Harvey caps. Dressed up like old men. Like film extras off of EastEnders. That's what it looked like. So everything's got smaller, guys. The cakes have shrunk. The bags have shrunk. Got a snail bone. The food and the packaging is shrinking. Drinks seem to be alright. I mean, I got myself some peach sparkling water and some Ribena. Your water and your drinks are okay, but the food is shrinking. It's another peach drink. I'm just going day by day. I just take it day by day. And if I haven't got much money, I just budget with what I can. We've got some Haribo Super Mix. But some of the food is tangy, so I like to get something sweet. It's a lot of the food is nasty and tangy. We've got a global menu red Thai chicken salad. So we've got a salad for lunch today. And a couple of eggs for protein. And some soft white rolls. I can have an egg roll, a ham roll, a tuna roll. And I got the Sun on Sunday. Kate Middleton shining on the front in cream. Got a box of cat food for my cat. That little bit of shopping came to £9 because I used scratch cards and I used my co-op card, so it was about £5 taken off that. That would have been nearly 15 quid if I hadn't have had the scratch cards. And now I've just got a couple of quid to last me this week until I next get paid and before the housing start clamping down on my rent, because they keep harassing me by text. when they were paid monthly in arrears by Medway Council all the time anyway, but they keep pestering me on the phone. There's a piece in the Sun about Tattle Life in this magazine, the trolling site that made this woman feel like killing herself. So we're going to read that out later. Tattle trolls made me suicidal. And Tattle Life trolls made a piece about me. Upper class, snobby trolls. Stuck up. You know, stuck up trolls. You know, they don't have to worry about putting food in their mouth. You know, daddy buys them everything. Bananas. So the lady in the co-op served me. She put my shopping in bags. And there was a Chinese man in there. Chinese. Chelsea Leott met a Japanese man yesterday. Had a nice chat with him. And he gave her a cake. Well, I've got myself a snail bun. Probably not as expensive, but about £1 for a snail bun. I'm going to get on with my day. This is just crap, you know, all this crap. I don't want to be involved in it. I go in people's live streams like to support them. I don't want the trolls that come with it. Thank you. See you later.